lines up, and it's like his body is leaning one way, and he's kind of like his hand is like directly in front of him. So I mean, there's a couple guys that kind of just give away little stuff, but it's kind of hard to see. I feel like if you are watching film, you really got to like pay attention to it. So I think so far this week, today's only Wednesday, the guys have been doing a lot of extra work and taking a lot of time to study. Just pay attention to anything that we can pick up on. But I want to say the center for sure, as of right now, gives away a lot of things.
What about maybe some keys, just how they're lining up formation-wise? What are those kind of giving away to what they could possibly run?
I think for sure they are a lot more. You can tell by their stances. When it's obviously run, the right guard and left guard, they kind of line up more kind of stout. You can see them kind of getting their stands and get their feet planted down. More so when it's passed, they kind of look a little too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because they're ready to lean back. I mean, they're bigger guys. They're definitely huge dudes. So getting in their stands, you can tell is difficult. So depending on that, which guy you line up on, there's going to be guys that give things away. And we had to do a good job of paying attention to that. I thought I had to sneeze, my bad.
Good. So when you kind of take all that stuff and you're putting it all together, is that someone that as a defensive line room you guys are all talking about and making sure everybody is aware of those situations?
Yeah, no, most definitely. Like, we have meetings every single day in the evenings as well, and we kind of all compare notes. We got a group chat that we all sit there and be like, hey, I found this the other day. Did you see the same thing? Or even sometimes myself, like this last night, talking about the center, me and Tristan Monday pointing out the same thing. So I think, like I said, we are definitely taking advantage of our communication and the time we have together throughout the day. Obviously, this is in season, so a lot of guys have classes and stuff like that, tutors. So we can't meet with everybody. We definitely utilize our group chat and just try to send anything that we can, for sure.
Who's the person that sends the most amount of, nuggets or whatever in the group chat?
Probably Anthony Cooper. Probably him, just because he's a junkie. And I'm not saying that's not to discredit anybody in the room, but he's an older guy that I want to say that don't have too many classes. So all he do is just sit in the film room. He like, hey, I seen this. I was like, dang, how'd you see that? I didn't even see that. But again, I appreciate who that person is. Like as far as like Coop, who he is in the film room and how serious he takes it. Because it just motivates us to go look for something else too. So I'll probably say Anthony Cooper.
Has there been like a nugget or something that he shared with you that has been stuck out? It's like, there's maybe one thing in particular that maybe stood out to you that he shared?
I told you about as far as like the stances about if it's run or pass. He noticed that. I don't think I paid attention to that too much when we first started watching film. But once he kind of gave out that kind of clue, I think even just doing the scout stuff, I've been trying to pay attention to see if those guys have been, trying to mimic that type of thing too. But I say as far as right now, just only the stances right now.
And then probably already going in. You obviously guys talked about getting to the quarterback and getting sacks,
right?
Creating fumbles, turnovers. But in your eyes, who in the secondary is going to pull down the first interception? Because they've been close.
Man, they've been
real
that
close. Cause out.
No, yeah. I gotta give it to D Ford. He didn't already touch maybe like I think in the last game he touched 3. So I feel like just that alone, him already having that sense of like the ball has been in his hands, I feel like it's just bound for him to be the first one. Like I just feel like it's bound for him to be the first one. And everyone's excited for him. Everyone's been waiting. We had the halftime last week, and everyone just like went up to him like, "Bro, you leaving money on the floor, bro? Like what the heck is going on?" But I think D Ford is probably gonna be the first one to grab one out the air.
Might have already talked about it, but all the different quarterbacks. How do you prepare for something like that?
No, you're good. Honestly, just stay motivated in the sense of what happened last week. We went against a guy, again, a former Heisman winner that was able to do everything. And I think about this week, they got 2 players that kind of have 2 different styles. And I think that's kind of to our advantage because I was telling my man right here that we can utilize what we like to do as a defense compared to who they want to have on the field. I can't think of his name, but the more faster quarterback, the one that runs the 4-3, I'm sure we can utilize a lot of our stunts and a lot of our blitz packages with him. As far as like the mobile quarterback, I feel like our defensive line coach just want us to line up and just mano a mano and get the job done.